Fast, FFXIV. We haven't got all day. Ah, I've missed you, MSQ symbol. Hello, how are you doing, MSQ symbol? In search of Azdaja. Varshan has glad tidings to share. Ah, wonderful. We have glad tidings. All is in readiness for our journey to the Void. Oh, well, we're getting right to it. Also, because Void, I wonder if we get... Don't tell me. So I wonder if we get a remix of the World of Darkness music. You know, the violins. The you know, I have instructed our comrades to gather at the Great Work. Let us head there at once. Great work? Oh, we're doing this outside. Suppose that's clever. Oh, the fuck are you doing then? Interesting. Well, big spoiler, the Warrior of Light survives enough quests to make it back in to this place. Well, I suppose that's not spoiler. We should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrived with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens we have them. It doesn't matter which voice I give Sid, because voiced Sid in the video game has like 7 different voices. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. This is why this isn't voiced, because they can't be bothered to give Sid yet another voice. Wait! Nidana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there is something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? Oh, what does he get? You would not delay us without good cause. Very well. Like a massive set of armor for the small boy? Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. Yes, of course. You are not actually a small boy. Spoilers for 6.0. But he's not actually a small boy. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that'll help him in the Void, I presume. In that godforsaken place, you need all the help you can get, but you of all people ought to know that, eh? Yes, because you turned purple 9 years ago. Ish. I don't know when Crystal Tower came out. Ooh, it's pretty. Is that the real weather right now? Or time of day? Or is this fixed? But welcome in, and what's up? Oh, my voices are very low.
Return, I presume.
No. Oh no.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye.
Again, I apologize for the very low voices. I did not prepare. He's a teenager now. Oh no. New Alfino.
I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
Nice hair, kind eyes, good features.
'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Adzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Void Scent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. So, think only of your mission, Rasha. But seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Oh no, a new name for not Varshan anymore. But...
Nay, Varshan
Oh, okay.
suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, basically he's only grown up. Therefore, no need for a new name.
I have something for you as well.
For me or for Vashan? For me? Is it in...
Gone. Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Arzadar's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger.
No.
Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon.
What significance does this have? Will it do something else in the future? Or is it a housing item?
Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the void.
Thank you for the answer to my question.
And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
I'm glad I took the hat off.
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Yes. Let's go. With the lovely, excellent music. Oh, everyone's here. Vashan, we also, by the way, look fucking fantastic together. Because now that you're tall and handsome, Vashan, let us be off.
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadar III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the void gate.
Yeah. What a cool way to save on an animation. Right, because by eating a void gate, it'll be able to be a void gate. That's how atomosses work, right? Oh, that's not scary looking at all. I mean, it has teeth. Could we not have bred out the teeth?
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
Yeah, I'd say. Minus the teeth.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands.
We immediately get the jaunty dungeon music back again.
In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
Oh, are you pulling a Graha and you're an all-rounder as well? Because he's not present.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Oh, and you can switch roles as well into DPS and heals. Oh, Ishtola can heal again. That's nice. I'm Estinian. I hit things with my lance.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I don't know this song very well. Gedonk? Hey, that is a very quick dungeon. This was like 20 minutes of MSQ before we get the dungeon. Ooh. And my usual joke on a Patchday dungeon. Hi. First time. Oh. Oh, right. We're going via the rift once more. We keep we keep going through the rift a lot like this. Ooh, someone's on their UCOP weapon, I believe. Well, at least no characters that are gonna make us sad are talking to us. Some brick wall and some boxes. The Court of Troya, wherever the fuck we are. I'm looking forward to never tanking that again. Oh, this is in the dungeon. I've seen this picture and then quickly clicked away, but... Neat. It's kind of neat that we're going into the void. But we actually in a... What the fuck? We have several of these... Holy shit. Alright, I'm on board.
So the gate did open again and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
Excuse me? Do we know that voice actor? Excuse me? What the fuck just happened? You are very ugly.
I am
Oh, no.
Leone, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four.
Right.
Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves.
I have not played Final Fantasy IV, but I do believe I recognize this music. Am I to pull you in the middle or something? Is this a boss in the middle situation? What's Scaramiglione doing?
Taste of true despair.
I don't want a taste of true despair. Big LB, Foucault. LB3, Foucault. LB3. Which is, you know, less funny when you're actually doing it already. Great timing, though. Thanks, Phantom. You all have excellent timing with the laugh track.
My flesh.
Alright, time to later learn on the internet what the fuck is up with this boss in Final Fantasy lore in general.
This Scarmiglione, he knew the gate had opened.
Scarmiglione. Ah, molto bene. I do not know how to speak Italian, but you know.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
as we do ours. But to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent,
It's almost like these people are assholes.
like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
That's what I said, just longer. And more
The question is,
diplomatic.
what will the minions do?
Make terrible animated movies, obviously. Oh, good lord, you're all ugly. Yes. Alright, you're a little bit hot, actually. Oh, aren't you? Wait.
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
The hot one. Don't we know that? Isn't it Ferdiad? Or Ferdiad? Or however you say that? Or at least a very similar model? Look familiar.
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
You will immediately be corrected.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
Or maybe not.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's proceed with caution and pick up what we can. Don't overthink it. We'll improvise as we go along. Rorian will take the first option. Betting the second one is funnier. Rorian takes the first option. He's a very honest, earnest man.
Sage advice, my friend. 'Tis reassuring to have one so experienced with us.
We're not gonna talk.
I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Where are we going? Alright, we do get a title. Wait. Never gotten a title before, have we? Again, is this music from somewhere as well? Sadly, it's not the World of Darkness music remix, right? I'm not that bad at music, correct? This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what there is to learn here. Wherever I turn, there's darkness as far as I can perceive. Right. The only source of light here is ourselves. The opposite was true in the first. Varshan wears a look of quiet determination. That's nice for Varshan. I will have Varshan wait a second for me, because I actually need to use the bathroom before we continue on doing actual MSQ. In fact, you know, let's just decline this. Sorry, Varshan. We'll look for your sister some other time, I promise you. An old school questing music again. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would send Zasdaja were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is borne upon ether. 'Tis liable to draw more Voidsent to us. I see. Wait, how the fuck do you not know that? You spent your entire life slaying dragons. You don't know how their calls work? In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. Then an understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Bam. Sorry, Varshan, that I didn't let you tank. The creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely that you will learn anything from it. So, we found Twitch chat. What enticing ether you have. Give me some. Give me some. How about you? Fuck off. Ah, if only I was stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. While able to communicate, this one seems to think only of feeding. Better to take your inquiries elsewhere. Feeding. I bet this thing knows what a doner is. Unbelievable. Belgian people. Like the prevailing tongue in Northrend, the language of this world bears a resemblance to our own. What lucky coincidence that everyone in the universe speaks English. Quiet, Phantom, nobody was talking about you, I promise you. It may be assumed that they share a common ancestor. Oh, is that your explanation? You know how many languages on Earth have a common ancestor and are completely unintelligible from each other? I mean, it's better than having to write a conceit about translating, but still. You are fearful? Why are you fearful? Look at you. Fuck. Playable race when, including the wings? Like, purely because of the wings? I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. Well, really? A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. You've learned all you can from this voice, and if you look in the dungeon, you maybe find the clever one it mentioned. Huh? Why are we waiting? Oh, for the Scions? And Varshan. I wanna... Is Varshan gonna join the Scions? I mean... As much as the Scions are still a thing. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth a name. My experience was much the same. Lower rung Voidsent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity. Scarmiglione is dead. He was a talkative at the least. What of you? I'm better at questing than all of you combined. A clever Voidsent in the dungeon. And that would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this Voidsent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon then. We just did the dungeon. Oh, as in incarceration? Clever. Maybe that too is Italian. It's carcere. Probably not a word. Or an insult, knowing my luck. Yeah, what the fuck is up with these? Also that helmet design, I think I've seen it before. And, you know, kneeling. Everyone is serving and hailing whoever the... Can you sit on that? All hail Rorian, the new king of the 13th. Emperor, really. God Emperor. Stream's over. I will not move from this spot. Where are my minions? They can do the questing for me. Thanks, camera. So what I always wanted. Fine, I'll do the quest. Interesting that we can talk to it. It's got no head. It can talk though. Alright. I'm doubly surprised. I can't survive without someone to give me ether, but where oh where will I find a new master? I'm gonna give him a voice. He's got no head. Prey we caught are weakened in the dungeon before being served up to the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it, and that's the way she used to like it. Tenderizing the prey. Yes, please tenderize me in a dungeon. Why does it do this, by the way? That seems like an... Oh, it's us. Oh, that's funky. Why does it do that? Well, that's incredibly fun. Ooh, with the perspective, it does weird things as well. Oh, what the fuck is this? A rift in, like, reality? Oh, it's funny, I just disappeared because I went first person. Yeah, it actually stops rendering you when you're in first person. This is... Oh, and the zoom... Interesting. We're looking at my... Where's my face? My face in... No, there's my face. What a weird and trippy thing. What the fuck is going on here? Passage to Cacere 4, Cacere 4. Por favore. I don't know why I keep... purely because of Scali Milione. I make everything Italian in the keep in the 13th today. Mamma mia. Also, I like that everything is warped. I like this place because nothing here is straight. Dark Robe Void Sand. Oh, it's him. I'm guessing. Because from afar, it looked like him. Actually? Oh, you have your back turned. Oh, wow. I could not tell for a second. Yep, no. You have the thing. Yep. Him? Phantom, you should... I love you, but you should not be here anymore. Because I need to say things about this thing.
You are the friend.
I am the friend. What he just said. So, you know, things have been happening in the past. Yes. Didn't you fade away when Xenos fell?
Xenos? The disgraced prince you yourself laid low?
Yes, him. One and the
See
same.
now, the bottomless darkness, the insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald. When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
The community is excellent at speculating all of these things, because they have said all of those things, and now they are all true. Yes. Oh, I wonder, what, pray tell, is your opinion about Xenos?
Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Oh, friend is a strong word. I prefer lovers. No, what? Ooh, I chose the best clan. I mean, arguably a Reaper clan would work really well there as well, but, you know. I like my clan. No. Why would you react?
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
What the fuck is going on? Uh-oh. Oh? Oh? What? Oh no. Oh, what? Wait. Does that thing become a good guy? Girl? Sorry?
But how?
Fuck? Don't tell me you have, like, the soul of Heidelin or something. Like a shard of it or something?
The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I'm not supposed to recognize her, right?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos.
This cool hat, by the way.
His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the Void-sent servants of Reapers.
Yes, thank you for the explanation for those who never bothered to unlock Reapers. All those fortunate souls. Sorry.
In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the Void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Because surely this isn't exclusive just to Xenos. That is true for all the Reapers. You're all terrible people. I knew it from the get-go.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Is that just a nonchalant answer, or does it mean something? Like, further down the line, she's revealed to be someone else, maybe someone we actually know. Or not? Just, you know, it's hard to tell with the...
Indeed.
What's going on?
Doesn't.
In the 13.
Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature.
So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
So far all the Void Sent have been our enemy, right? Void Sent, not everything from the 13th, but Void Sent.
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Uh-huh. Ooh, significance of what we've done previously. I love this game.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question.
Also, we're gonna need a Reaper in duty support coming up, presumably.
Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Sure, let's go with that for the time being. Strictly speaking, I'm Rory and Azumi. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend. Not to you, at least not yet. No. It's strangely hopeful. I mean, that's kind of a dumb answer. And I was not his friend. I mean, no. Us being best friends with Xenos is basically a meta joke at this point. Woo. Rorian was not friends with Xenos. Xenos was an asshole.
So, you're not a friend?
Yeah, not Xenos. I am a great friend, just not to Xenos.
Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Someone who gives you money when you ask for it and never asks for it in return. Right? Right? Phantom. That doesn't even work. Oh? What, pray tell, screecheth at us? As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Voids, and at least those we've met. And the change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging excess darkness in her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us, about herself and about her world. Where everything begins. Agro-Voisin regards you questioningly. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you were after? We were looking for the Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world, and know little and less of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? Oh, have some ether? It's free and cheap? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Now, I just got coin. Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it. Oh, whoops, that was a Stoller. I mean, same voice, basically. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. And then we have a bargain. If we to talk about the Void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Ooh, big fat lore dump about the 13th. Yes, please. You needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for her knowledge, and I will recover it quickly enough once we've returned home. That seemed ill-timed, for once.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished.
I wonder if we'll ever get to see that.
Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
Contra Memoria? No, that... Great, another word that we have to learn and remember to pronounce for the next 8 hours of MSQ. The Contra Memoria. I hope that the Telophori weren't involved in it, because that would be a mouthful. Well, like, Contra Memoria is a little bit easier.
Terrible war indeed.
Well...
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world.
Gee, I wonder whose fault that was.
All life was transformed into monstrosities. Voidsent.
That was good timing, actually, because this is very sad for her.
We are the natural order now.
That's why we play the sad song for you. Thank you, Phantom.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat Voidsent.
Yeah, you're right.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction.
So the entire world is a blurry mess. But I suppose slaying Void Wardens isn't gonna fix the problem?
And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
The erstwhile lord. That doesn't happen to be Golbez, does it?
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a Voidsent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part.
Oh, how does that work?
The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb.
Who the fuck is your father then? No. 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 It's not him, is it?
As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown.
How fortuitous.
But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry.
But surely you want more than just to survive. Unlike the other void sent.
I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
Oh, is it a good one? Is this a reference to Final Fantasy IV as well?
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
How about Elizabeth?
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Gertrude.
And call me what you will. I care not.
Betty White.
How about Zero?
That is a reference to something that I don't quite get, and so's the music, right? Pretty sure that's the case.
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
I know nothing.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
Fair enough, Ishtola, you're very much more clever than me.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
Here's to a fruitful partnership. I think it's a nice name. I don't think it's a nice name, despite the beginning explanation. So, let's hope there will be a good partnership.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, let me reiterate, I have not played Final Fantasy IV, so I don't know if Zero betrays the party in that one. Is Zero in 4? Or is that a different reference? Yes, I wish to strike a bargain.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Patchday is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
Ajdaya. I keep getting that name wrong. Ajdaya. I've also not heard it very often. Oh? Please stop hissing at us.
Did you say something?
No?
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
Well, I don't know if keening is the right word, but someone's watching. Maybe it's the first trial boss. I don't know. Who would I possibly know? I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I comply, but expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. I've given her like 4 different voices by now. Zero is typical the voice. Nobody touch my throne room. This is my throne room. Oh, it kind of is my throne room in the lore now. It's mine. My throne. I've claimed it. You've all seen it. Zero, right out. Have you seen Azure? Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. We have reached the point of several cutscenes, including some battle. It is recommended that you said it.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
That's not ominous at all, if you put it that way.
Very well.
Somebody mad.
You're mine.
Oh. Scarrow is back.
That I should miss my mark.
That shot is why I have a relic on for MSQ.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Yeah, no. I'm afraid you're gonna have to do dailies.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
So the whole life and death cycle is broken here. Because, why? Because it's the void? And like what? There's no... Because you're already in the void? So there's no way to reach the Ethereal Sea? The Ethereal Sea is universal across all shards, right?
Death doesn't exist.
Hey, does that mean we can't die?
Of course. In the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty.
Oh. And they've... Oh. They flipped that for here.
But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
The power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh. Ah. Is that why we're having to do World of Darkness every day? Because nothing ever dies.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
They really are explaining dailies.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
Memory?
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
You eaten Ashdaya?
Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
So Scary Milione will die
It's
when
another death they want. I say we give it to them.
when Zero eats him. Have I mentioned I look excellent?
If you could lend us us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
Oh, lovely.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast.
Bothersome duty. So you don't want to do this and someone told you to do it. That a thing? I think so far I've been wrong about...
Struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
I think so far I've been wrong about every prediction I've made in this patch. Thank for me, Varshan.
This domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
What do you think I'm doing? I mean, I don't know if I'm attacking the wrong thing,
Then let's see
but I'm
these
attacking
guests on their way.
and AoEing. I'm glad I'm not a melee, actually. Also glad I'm not the paladin right now, because, you know, we have Varshan with us.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth.
The Archfiend of Earth? What's the... Oh wait, are you the Archfiend of Earth? Are you talking about yourself?
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless.
It's like we're his dungeon
You
boss.
cannot defeat that which cannot die.
I can try.
Struggle and slaughter all you.
Thank you, Phantom.
This bodes ill.
It worked much better this time.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
Yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing over and over
We need to
again.
drag him out of this damnable feast.
A retreat may be in order.
Okay. Are we retreating? 3 damage! Hey, Black Mage got no buffs this patch. Right? Someone was able to restrain Yoshi P from buffing Black Mage some more.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
Zero, please come in and help us.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
When is Estinian's turn?
Zero, is there no way to stop them from coming back?
Yes, there is. Zero has to eat them.
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You eat them.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name.
We have given you a name, therefore you have to give us something in return. Oh, you're very clever, Ishtola.
You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask,
But you have accepted it.
but that I nevertheless did accept.
Hey! First correct prediction. I did all patch. Na 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 na. Ooh, very pretty. Can I have it?
They've been crystallized.
Because
Well now, that's quite the trick.
we're in Final Fantasy and everything is a crystal. Mm-hmm.
Satisfied?
Quite a bit, actually. But you're telling me the dev team looked at that and then still decided Reaper required some potency buffs? Unbelievable. The favoritism is unreal.
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
Oh yeah, good. Oh, we get to fight him again.
What is this?
Do we?
What have you done?
Can we
Now
use
that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well.
Can we use these crystals for anything later on? Or are we just gonna leave them here on the ground?
You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
More fighting!
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
Are the mechanics gonna be the same?
She can turn void scent into crystal.
Oh, it is amazing.
What is this power?
Yeah. It is OP, which is why the Reaper was given it.
Tremble before my truth, strength.
Cursed noise.
Everyone, to me!
Why do you get a massive shield bubble? Why don't I get one when I play Paladin?
Give it everything you've got!
Alright, because you're a dragon and I'm not. Fine. Yes, alright, Varshan, you're infinitely cooler than me. I get it. Here, I'm helping with some damage mitigation. My instinct said to LB right now, but yeah, we don't get an LB. Rejoice! Scaramayone is no more.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again.
Have you not been paying attention?
What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this?
Your healer's AFK. Sorry, happens to the best of us.
To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power?
Oh?
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet,
Memoria? Memories?
Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom.
Oh, you've given us the name. That's nice.
Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Oh, woe is me. Listen, mate. You're a void sent. Nobody's gonna feel sad for you. Wait, should we? Because they did used to be people. Like, actual, you know, normal people. No. Right. Am I taking that with me? Oh no! An echo of Scary? Oh, but when Golbez was talking to him. Not when the world was fine. lady on the right was basically...
You are welcome, seekers of might.
No, Luke. I am your father. Oh, no, sorry, wrong franchise. But might as well be. Right? Sort of? I mean... Although... Not quite as deep as Boomy. It's a bit more Kylo Ren than Darth Vader. I'm sorry to say.
I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
And Legsies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
What are we to behold, aside from your massive six-pack? And pecs. And biceps. And... Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh no! Oh, she's still around. Oh wait, it's a flashback.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends.
No, did they feast on her? Is there gonna be enough left for her? Of her? For her to come back? I don't know what Varshan said.
Now they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether.
Oh, thank you. So, we'll have to stop everyone before they can eat the entirety of Ashdaya. Thanks, got it. I know how video games work. Sometimes.
Just as well. The creature may yet serve other ends.
Also that? Alright. Oh, you're one of those villains.
Are you all right?
Mate, you've seen me go into the echo 700 times.
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Sassy Stola. Yes, Boo, I too want something from you now. Har har har. No? No? Okay. This is why I'm not writing this story.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
I mean, it has some disturbing implications potentially.
That makes us even, I trust.
For now. Yeah, okay.
Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Again, you see me go through this 700 times while you're still asking. Ah, I've missed MSQ.
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya.
Right.
Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
How many dragons do you think have gotten lost in the void? Oh, actually, wasn't there an explanation about the war? And indeed, Ashdaya like closed the rift, so not more dragons disappear into the... Did more dragons disappear into the void? Or did she just try to stop the potential of that? I don't remember.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Sorry, I'm reading too much internet. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. We have all the questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Estinian looks at you with his piercing gaze. Pierce me, Estinian. Feel free, all day long. World of Darkness music! Dum dudley 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 dum dum dum. Alright, I'll stop singing. Jesus. I just actually enjoy this music despite doing World of Darkness 700,000 times in dailies. And I'm glad they brought it back here. I'm glad you take the piss out of me, Phantom. Rorian, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here. Yes, I have. Apparently they cannot die, which is what I've made that joke earlier. But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, as you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seem to stay dead at the time, yes. Was it a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait around and see? Rorian is not sassy, sadly. You're gonna have to, later on, watch the VOD of other cutscene enjoyers to get this response. But Rorian is not sassy. Sorry, very distracting in the best way possible. I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return, in contravention of the natural order. You remember aught of the ordinary, out of the ordinary? The sealing magic, like Zero's, perhaps? Good question. Not really. I mean, there were 24 of us. Maybe that helped. There are circumstances in which we are unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. Oh, that's a pretty good explanation. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite his greater strength, Scaramilione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I am told that the heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Orosite. Are they in Memoria one and the same? Gods? Orosite. I do not know this word, but the world is vast, and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere, but it does sound quite familiar. Oh, I'm not entirely too far off with my Bosnia memory thing? How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar. I've only played partially through Final Fantasy IV, so apologies. Though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. And then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust the task to Rorian. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. Aww. Ishtola always hits the mark. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my stead? On the terraces to begin with, perhaps? Aye. I shall do some MMO questing. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. So the clever one hadn't been eaten if no one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez, of course I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer, to devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. Seems the archfiends keep only those who are fit for battle, others must escape or be consumed. I see. If one who devours her If the one who devours her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I might bask in her gaze again. No, the mistress is not the archfiend lady? Shit. God damn. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and have conquered many domains. Also, they are different people. Whoops, sorry. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. It seems the archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. The tasty one returns to tempt me. I must need you, must need you. Have you heard of Golbez? I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom need to act personally. It would not be easy to reach him. Only Golbez isn't already the trial, right? Welcome back, Rorian. Were you able to learn aught of value? Yes, he has minions, he marches on others' territory, and the third thing I forgot. Countless Voidsent answer to the archfiends, who in turn answer to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scalimiona's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Ashdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Also, I'm not sure they actually still have hearts. Like even the organ. Because do they need to pump blood? Like they can die? Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. Surely you must desire something. Name it. Rorian is not sassy, but Rorian is clever enough to know that she's after something specific more than Ether. Unless this is wrong, but you know, this is a bit lame. Too goody two shoes. I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? Same. I mean, that's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? Same. I mean, by that logic, you've no reason to refuse our request. The payment need but be to your satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in Ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. Where they strike next? Where they strike next? Not a dialogue choice? I know the letter. I'll take you there. Damn it! I assume you also know how you can get off this isle? I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with Ether. Excellent. Let us go and find our mount at once. I've been mounting the entire time. Have you not been paying attention? I've even pulled out a Fenrir. Fenrir is not good enough? I'm a stupid floating eyeball. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Yeah, at this speed, you'll get to Golbez within the century, I'm sure. We should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready? Leave Troy or keep? Yes, because, you know, I don't think I've missed anything. Have I? I've had screenshot opportunities.
There it is.
Is that... no. That looked like a dragon at first. Can we get that as a mount, please? Soon? Not from the Savage, please?
Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
I've ridden Stranger Things, right? It's him. No, it's that thing from the Shadowbringers trailer. Yes?
What is this place?
My domain.
Your domain.
In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs.
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals!
Oh no.
What's enticing ether?
No.
Let me have some, let me have some!
What do you even talk? You're all eyes. All eyes on me.
Not fair.
Yeah, well. Blah, 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 blah.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word.
Oh, great. If you give us your word, what do we have to give you? Oh, more ether. Because that's how that works. You give us something, we give you something, and you've just given us a
Follow
word.
me.
This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing ether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourself duly warned. If you wish to go among the void saints here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We should go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Oops, I read that in her voice. Never mind. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Zero is now... then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Zero is now accompanying you. Alright, Zero is coming you now. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. To walk around with her like that. You're her minion, then? You know I don't take minions. He has some questions and I want you to answer them. Golbez. I don't know that one. Only Scathach. No, not Scathach. I fucking hate Scathach. The mechanics are stupid and all the tanks are doing it wrong. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Scathach was a powerful Whiteson who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. I have questions about Golbez. Golbez, I've heard the name before. I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. Don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Patfarello. Have we come across that name before? He was a minion of another minion, went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I don't think we have. I see. Perhaps Patfarello can tell us more. Isn't that a pasta dish? You're one of the mortals, is it true? When you die over there, you really die? Yes. What sort of? So it is, so it is. What brings you here then? Questions about Golbez. Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's... Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he's about to make a move. That or maybe Zero is mocking the way he speaks. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder, you know. Certainly, I would not make mistakes when attempting some low-level voice acting, surely. Satisfied with what you've learned? Ah, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Nom 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 nom. Yes, I've met plenty of people who cannot resist Rorian's charm. They exist. I swear. Trust me. It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathered strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Paparello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I laugh that we have Paparello and Scalamione. 6.2 was very Italian, at least in my mind. I suppose I should explain. Paparello is the weakest among us. Constantly in fear of being devoured, he seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Giriatto. Again, I can't help it. He's a fellow coward who runs the Nice. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ether. Such is their relationship. Ah, so they were roommates. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Paparello, I presume? Well, I clearly have no other choice. Then I come with you. He's less likely to hide that way. Oh, immediately in the cutscene. No walking required? Meanwhile, elsewhere. We have a meanwhile. Oh, right. Ah, did we kill him? Or are you holding that one in your hand?
Not only did the mortals conquer Troia, they defeated Scarmilione.
Scarmilione. That they say it. I cannot. It's not my fault.
To believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmilione's soul into crystal.
Dun dun dun.
This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. Gonna bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye.
Breast? So, this is a cell phone and not your true form? Because this thing clearly has no breast.
If the very notion wasn't absurd, the gifted are gone, drowned in darkness. As were we all.
And yet Scarmilione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer.
Oh. He was special that way.
If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived,
Then?
they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
Because that's the natural way to speak. Or I, Rorian, will do the thing with the other thing. Or I, meta joke, I'm talking nonsense over MSQ. Very natural. Should other Final Fantasy players recognize the name Barbaricia? Surely it should be Barbaricia. I don't know Italian.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
Surely all four of them are. Wait, are the Throne of Wind different from the Archfiends?
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
A boon, you say?
What do you desire?
The Nintendo 64.
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
I was very close.
The insolence know your place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
No. Was it a threat?
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Hair. Barbaricia. And hair. Well, we had Scathach earlier, and I do not like bosses that play with their hair.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
So is Barbaricia the trial?
My lord.
Everyone I encounter is potentially the trial of 6.2. Maybe Varshan is the trial. Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain. This way. Oh, whatever will I do now? Kiriato, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfarello? Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left. That doesn't sound like him at all. Oh, he's gone, all right. What do you want me to say? That you've eaten him wholesale. You monster. And off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Kiriato's behavior? He seemed frightened. Perhaps someone had threatened him. I don't think he was telling the truth. Of course he wasn't, because he ate his best friend and or roommate. So you think so too? I mean, he couldn't be more cagey. As he says, Farfarello is gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Kiriato, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Kiriato, now. What have you done? Well, I assume it was his fault. Kiriato, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. The wind rises? What is he talking about? Oh yes, the wind does rise. After him. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbaricia. Barbaricia? Who in the world is that? You don't know Barbaricia? What? How is... Alright. Hardly that's a secret. We must flee, all of us. There is no time. I mean, it doesn't sound like he's wrong. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. I could leave at any time, though. Yes, you could. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. I thought you can fly. What are you running from? Or did you really just mean higher ground by going up some stairs? I already told you, Barbaricia, the Archfiend of Wind. So it is an Archfiend. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured, us forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore, that's why I fled and came here. Fair. I see. That explains everything. Almost. I thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an Archfiend, not you. Oh, I see. It was that way around. Also, can I just say, for being a dark and edgy, pale, emo, goth, maybe young woman, I love her design 1,000 times more than Gaia's. Never liked Gaia. Not you, who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You, who now speak as though you were Barbaricia's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfarello, didn't he? That's the first thing I said. Why does it take so long for this to come out? And hence has his memories. Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So is that the way of it? Did you devour Farfarello? Not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? Because we're more intelligent than a 5-year-old. It was not only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you represent. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely it was at Farfarello's behest. That would have been my next guess, because, you know, both of them knew that Barbarica is coming, and therefore they think this is a better solution. Because Farfarello was a slightly bigger coward. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it, Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. I would hope that my good friends would also eat me, rather than leave me cowering as a coward in the corner when something scary happens. I want to be eaten when something scary happens. He feared Barbarico more than anything, hated the endless fighting, so he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. See? Fair. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. And strictly speaking, both his soul and his memories continue on. Like, you just need to die and split into two things again, right? You can't die. I think that's what they told us earlier. All the good it did. I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer, and though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. Were this a world where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now the desperation has joined with Kiriato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me or Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go. Nowhere! Then tell me about Barbarica. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one. Oh, voice actors.
And she's brought her domain with her.
Oh, that sounds bad.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
Actually, she's after you because you can... What did they call it? They called it something. You can turn them into crystals. You can defeat all of them. So they're after you, and now we're splitting up, and you'll be on your own, and then you get kidnapped, and then we have to save you from Barbarica. Presumably.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
There's no peace in this world.
You and me both.
No. He's still shuffling about. The tentacle man.
One of the Archfiend's approaches.
That worked very much better than the last two. One of the Archfiend's approaches, he said during the laughter. Also, it was Varshan. I made Estinian noises. Oh, whatever.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
He is here. All right. Trial time? Or do we get some taunting first? Oh, we get the good scary music from Endwalker too. Nice hair. You were talking about your hair, and I agree. It's excellent hair. Sort of. Huh? It's like a 13th version of Garuda. Just with a big fuck-off sword.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
Nice voice as well. She actually sounds rather nice, considering but you know.
So you're Barbaricia.
Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken save in reverence and fear.
And in an Italian accent. Barbaricia.
And what is this pitiful domain?
It's rude. Accurate, but rude. Accurude.
Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Oh no. Oh, she did. Oh no, that's a Shadowbringers trailer monster. It was the only interesting one in here. And is that their ether slash soul slash essence? Love this song.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what?
Even the great Louis Soir.
In pursuit of the great Louis Soir, apparently, according to Twitch chat. Well, sort of.
A dragon, one who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say?
Lemao, Barbaricia, 2022.
My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
So that's what he meant by the dragon can serve us in a different way, namely luring even more dragons here, even if, you know, this dragon is but a teenage aura boy, man.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh, you even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain.
Using the duty finder, presumably.
You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
You really are just kind of Garuda, aren't you? Green, wind powers,
What's the plan then?
overly sexy. Go after Barbaricia. What else? If we go, we'd be playing into her hands. I mean, of course we are, but we do that every other trial.
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
Don't worry, I'm sure 7 of my closest friends are on a fishing trip in the 13th. Sorry, stole a Stormblood joke.
We find her and get our answers.
Also,
Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
what? Do we need you? Ah, well, we will need her after the fight in the cutscene when we truly defeat Barbarica. It was a pretty good ass, though.
Leave me strength enough to see my sister home. You may take as much as you wish.
Oh, Sean. No.
And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Babaricia too recognized its potency.
I would want to admire your potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
However, Varshan, my potencies have been greatly increased by the patch, for I have all the jobs at level 90. I mentioned that before? I have all the jobs at level 90. Just you wait, Barbaricia. I will have answers from you yet. We'll get your sister, don't worry. At least I hope we get your sister, but you know. Mate, your shadows are very annoying to look at. That's terrible. Who put the light source behind you? Ugh. The less time we give the enemy to prepare, the better. If everyone is ready, then let us set forth. Indeed. And yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbaricia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we would be. Agreed. This is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Scarmiglione possessed the power of regeneration. Let us see what Barbaricia can do with the beans. I can't help it. Just look at these names. And they have pronounced them like this as well. The wind rises. Zero has a word of warning before you go to face Barbaricia. Bring your Italian dictionary. Again, sorry, everything is Italian in this patch to me. A word of warning. Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. In a thick Italian accent, no. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memorial will suffice. True. I can't wield the power at will. Don't tell her that. I'll try, but I make no guarantees. It's much better. Although I suspect the answer will be the same. You do that. And if you fail, well, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Ashdaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for our quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If we are all in agreement, then let us be off. We travel by Nisroch. Travel to Barbaricia's domain. Just south of Sicily. Again. Sorry. Oh. Oh?
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
This song is definitely from 4, right? Justinian, he's the Zurdagoon. Zero, she's the, what did they call her? Memoriate?
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
Ah, so that's the explanation for where the Scions go. I'm jamming to the song. Also, I still need a jam emote. Yes! Summon forth! My friends! Oh, this'll be fun. Do I go in as Bard? Tank? Monk? We have brought friends. Be very afraid. Where's Koichi? Come on. Give me the cutscene. The last one I looked at. I love the little radio bit in the song. Empress of the Winds. Barbariccia. What does Empress of the Winds mean in Italian? I cannot stop making the Italian jokes.
Give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. No! I will not be denied!
You have been denied! Weird hair lady. Stuck around towards the very end.
There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet...
Also, again, spoilers. Massive spoilers. Ah! That was pathetic. Ah! Better. But why did you precede that with a... Ah? Casey? Casey, what are you doing? Okay, I put you in the back. Thank you very much. Only listen from now on. It does not help generally. Everything is still spoilers. I appreciate it very much, everyone who only listens to me. Like Phantom does, who's only in 5.3 right now. And it's unfathomable to me.
I see you've bested Barbariccia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya.
Not.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless.
How so?
We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion.
Fair.
With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
True.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Oh. Rip, we hardly knew
Her
ye.
ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Oh, we need to save the other Archfiends for patches 0.3 and 4. Yeah. Nice touch that the sizes around it. Oh, and the hat! Can I steal the hat? I would like to steal the hat. Though Zero remains unconscious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern at any rate, being part Voidsent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. Oh, we get something added to the unending codex. Ooh. Oh, also, updated text. Even those part Voidsent require rest, I imagine, and her own abode seems as good a place as any. Unlike the source, however, there is scant ambient ether for her to draw upon here. That is correct. Concern is writ plain upon Varshan's face. How long ago do you suppose... What? How long do you suppose she will remain this way? Well, you ask me. I don't know. I haven't the faintest inkling. Oh, you weren't asking me. Nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. Alright, we can do that. There she will be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here, defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. Goroiren, might I ask you to hold on to Babarich's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, I kind of missed that we picked that up. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero? We have a newcomer, a former minion of Babaricia. Let her know when she wakes, will you? I mean, she's gonna wake in the source. So that's really not Babaricia's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer? So we have something to tell Zero, if nothing else. Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, Rorian? With luck, we might learn of something of Golbez. Yes, let us be off. Learn more about Golbez, because there's so much to learn about Golbez, isn't there? Golbez this, Golbez that. I've not played Final Fantasy IV. You're the ones who failed Babaricia. I won't make trouble. I'll obey, so please let me stay. I'm running out of voices. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. There isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain, whatever it is. Wherever it is. Same thing. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away. He has cell phones. And not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we are prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yes, I'm not going to talk to all the other Void Sent. I think there's nothing else for us here, correct? Back to Troya then, and thence home. Aye. Thence home indeed. The great nodding of our time has returned. Oh wow. Right, Troya, the dungeon. Oh, okay. We immediately return here? Or is this sort of a meanwhile? Did they have to fight anything at all in the meantime? I mean, it is an open void gate. With teeth. Hey, we're back. We're back from Fantasy Italy, apparently. Going by the naming conventions. Oh, something's gonna... No? Oh, alright. Oh, damn.
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
Your face looks weird.
A moment while I close the gate.
The music is ominous. Is this gate gonna be closed? Successfully? To completion? Oh, apparently. Alright. Worried for no reason. No reason, I'm sure.
We may rest easy for now.
Rejoice, we may rest easy for now.
Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
Applause for Nabdeen and all the others.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Oh, you. Oh, you.
Indeed.
As well.
You are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
So it's not a real location because we were all standing outside with cutscene markers over our head.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely.
And good, it continues to be voiced. Thank you so much.
But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over.
Zero.
Pray tell, is this matter? Oh, Zero exactly, okay. I mean, I thought it was obvious. We're coming here because of Zero to lay her down. What the fuck? We brought her hat. That would be nice.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
How good for the rest of us.
Then we need but wait?
Yes, I wonder if it takes an entire patch cycle for her to wake up.
So.
Not to be...
She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food.
Not to be overly cynical, but, you know, is it going to take an entire patch cycle? Also, Omnomnoms.
I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine Harnish cuisine more.
You hear that, culinarians of the world? Get to cooking. Whoosh.
Food can certainly be arranged.
And not just Garlian pizza. We need some good Hanish food for Zero. Did I mention that I look great?
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part Void Sent.
Although I'm taking great credit for just putting on the thing that they gave us last patch, but you know.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void-sent, rendering it dominant. Thus we were able to reverse it with the power of light.
And?
I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Fandaniel.
Oh. Well, we love Fandaniel, don't we? I did.
Were Zero wholly void-sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her.
True. I concur. I'm glad you agree with me, Stola.
One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
No.
It is no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself.
Praise Hydaelyn. I renounce my membership in the Cult of Amon. I am fully back now, a member of the Church of Hydaelyn. Praise.
Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
A world with light and life. Oh. I assume that's ours, unless we will be able to see what the 13 was like before the little bus fucked it all up. Well, it wasn't just him, was it? But, you know, he did. If I may excuse myself, I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. While the scales functioned admirably, it would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. And then I'll go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Voidsend in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? Yes, unlock the raids. Just worried about Zero? Nothing in particular. I'm not actually... You know, Rorian is not really worried about Zero. She's fine. Nothing in particular. You know, maybe unlock a raid or two. In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Meridis Mehane and ask for suitable refreshments? Yes, I'll do a fetch quest for you. It's fine. Excellent. In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She's already en route. Let us each tend to our respective business and reconvene anon. Bam bam. Welcome to Meridis Mehane. Please make yourself comfortable. No, I'm here to pick up a delivery. Pure what? What? A guest of the shut trap has collapsed from hunger. Of course, I would be happy to help. If you need only tell me what you desire. Your most expensive dish, just for good measure. Something light and refreshing, like fruit perhaps. A rich and hearty meal with plenty of meat. A modest quantity of a living mortal's ether should suffice. These are all terrible options. I go for the let's go for the most expensive dish, just for good measure. Oh, while that can certainly be arranged, I fear it would be too rich for someone coming out of a long slumber. I would recommend something gentle on the stomach, like these apples here. They're sweet, juicy, and nutritious. I mean, we've said some fine Hannish cuisine. How is that, you know, an apple and a banana? You didn't say banana. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Are you awake? Hey, you're finally awake. Were you caught trying to cross the border?
Light.
Yes, lots of it. And life, which is the name of this quest.
Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here?
Uber.
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
I don't think Zero has ever seen an elephant lady before. Oh, Jesus. Not helping.
Ah!
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where?
Nidana, read the room.
But this is no time for jokes.
No time for jokes. Hilarious.
You're in the source, my dear. The world next door. So to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed.
The world next door.
I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
Apples. Fine Hennish cuisine. Apples.
I took the liberty of
Oh.
arranging refreshments.
You're small again.
I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
Well, that's a bit odd to go back and forth between, you know, child Vershawn and teenage Vershawn.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Either you eat it or you don't. Oh, right. Oh, gross. Can you
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
You don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
You can taste things with your taste buds. Things can be sweet and juicy. I suppose juicy isn't a taste, but
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow.
well, biting, chewing, and swallowing I can do, but I'm not good at savoring, actually. Let's give Zero an apple, so everyone knows she's an asshole.
That's the way. So, did it taste good?
No, this is the worst thing I've ever eaten.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I suppose it's not the time
The
for
long
comedy.
years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
And the long years without seeing may have dulled your sense of, you know... Wow, why am I rude to Ishtola?
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others.
What does
There
soul
are some
taste
who
like?
speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether.
Yes, they did.
But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
Oh, Zero has some humanity in her, apparently.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Pearly white gates, old man with a beard. It's a whole thing. Turns out it's all true. I'm surprised as you are.
After a while you return, together with all your expended life force.
Or that, next best guess.
The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
True in real life as well.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Zero, devourer of apples.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back.
No. I mean, there was very little to begin with, but, you know. Has it gotten worse recently? With the archfiends and everything?
Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. caution must be our watchword.
I am always cautious.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake.
Hey!
Managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Yes, because next time we'll be doing the extreme trial. Before patch
Rest
6.3.
assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet-Han.
What else can she tell us about home? It was, you know, we've kind of seen it. What do you mean, the home before everything happened? For the war?
Again, a stranger in this strange land.
Oh yeah, you've been on the source before. Ish.
I have a condition. You must come too.
Why me?
You have my thanks.
Like, does she want to be around the Warrior of Light because she's been making out with Xenos so much? Ew, gross. Put it that way. We going on a stroll around the city with you? I like Tiny Varshan. He's precious to me. I'm going to tuck him in bed and hope nothing bad ever happens to him. It was my pleasure to show you the city when first you arrived. I shall enjoy doing the same for Zero. Not some random person. This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze and the rain. Which, you know, why is it raining so much today? Glad I am to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it would be good to know where I can procure more if necessary. Merides Mehane it is then. I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Milil. Varshan and Zero now accompany me. Yay! Welcome to Merides Mehane. Greetings, Milil, and may I introduce you to Zero, who's standing inside the Warrior of Light. She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Merida has told me all. Please, come to us whenever you're hungry. We look after you. It was here that Rorian obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, it is certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there, moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual related to eating? They dance it. They move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. It is a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We voids and prefer simpler pleasures, like eating the essences of other people. Ooh. That may be the way of it is now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balchan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found. Yes, I greatly enjoyed looking at the dancer as well. Oh, you're here too? Alright. I suppose some people are into that. Oh, yes, green things. Do you faintly remember green things? Some sort of fruit? Pitiful things, though. I imagine you need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. What do we grow here? Grapes? Oh, these are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves, which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Tavnarian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You would be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Familiar boy's voice. Master Vitra and Rorian too. Is that the one who... like... oh. No, we've spoken to this boy in 6.1, right? If it isn't young Merad, that must be your sister, Yasra, is all well at the orphanage. Oh! Oh, wait. Did that happen in side quest? Or was it at the start of 6.1? Oh no, didn't you sell the scroll to us? For the treasure thing? Yeah, I think that was you. Sorry, I'm getting my children mixed up in Final Fantasy XIV, which is weird. Yes, Your Excellency. The other children are very nice and we all look out for one another. Final Fantasy. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. I gave you two the same voice, but ultimately you're just children. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That is well, and very out of character. We love to see it. Character development, or something like that. Growth? Is she a new friend? Friend? You know what that is. What? You mean you don't? He's a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. Friend is someone you like to play with. I suppose that's true. Play with? It's been 400 years since I've last played with someone, if you catch my drift. No? Xenos seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? I mean, yes, Xenos was definitely playing with me. More or less, absolutely not. No, it's more or less yes. It's, you know, don't do Mortal Kombat with the children. I see. But is having someone to play with so fulfilling? I still do not understand why. You see, you type in FC chat that you need someone for SOS, and then the asshole streamer says, no, I'm doing MSQ. Friends, you know? While he traversed the great expanse, while he risked life and limb for you. Ah, see, that's not friendship. He was deeply, deeply in love with me. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. Fair and good and true. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. Because I'm 7, if not younger. It's hard to gauge the ages of children in this game, because of the way people look. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, yes. You're also pretty dumb. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye, it was nice meeting you. Bye! Dum-diddy-dum. Dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum. Speak, woman! Speak! Stop! Quit stalling! What are you thinking about? Hmm? Oh, it's very empty over here. Oh, wait, no. I didn't speak to Varshan. Ah, ruined. I gotta start over from RR. Sorry. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world. But the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's all so strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. Oh, same, lady. People in the real world, I have no idea what they're doing, which is why I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMO with free trial to level 60, something about Heaven's Word. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. Well, it wasn't your decision, was it? Darkness warped all life in the void, even plants. Only now do I recall flowers and the value they held. Varshivan? Buried Memory, the title of the patch. This is the last quest of the MSQ in 6.2. A gentle smile plays on Varshivan's lips. I believe Zero's timing has been rewarding and was in no small part due to your company. My thanks for agreeing to join us. Come, let us return to Megaduta. Let us indeed return to Megaduta. You don't exactly have deep lore dialogue. I don't need to actually read that. Ooh, food. I'm starting to get ever so slightly hungry. And indeed... Are you gonna talk?
So,
yes.
What are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Also, do we know this voice actor already? There's a lot of mortals. We are in the mortal world. Come on, lady.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think.
Maybe us, we should adopt the moniker mortal for each other. How do you do, fellow mortal?
If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all.
Yeah, right.
While I remember some
Everything's a bargain.
tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the events that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Yes, please tell us. Ooh, juicy lore. And presumably the ASEAN involvement? Question mark? If you remember them? If it is a memory.
We are all ears. Please.
Isn't it kind of ironic for an aura to say we're all ears? Because we don't actually really have ears as such? Never mind.
Long ago, light filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men.
Oh? Pray tell? What black art have they bequeathed?
Channeling the power of hope and prayer, one could call forth fearsome beings known as Eidolons.
Eidolons, icons, primals. Yes. Once more, the ASEANs have given us the means for a shitty copy of creation magics. Fucking assholes.
The ASEANs. And these Eidolons are surely primals.
Then you have faced the same, and understand that when an Eidolon is birthed, strife follows. And in such strife, the weak are the first to suffer.
Yes, indeed I have played ARR. I can only recommend it. Don't listen to the rest of the internet. ARR is good.
When it seemed the world would be plunged into chaos, heroes appeared. They who were blessed with a singular power.
Your own Warriors of Light?
The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria.
I suppose, strictly speaking, that's a different set of powers.
My mother was one such Memoriate.
Memoriate.
But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness. As was I.
And so you were born part Void Sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos and restored the peace, only to find themselves seduced by the darkness they had sealed.
Oh.
They spread the taint, transforming men into monsters, what you call Void Sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Oh. They're like fallen Warriors of Light. I mean, I'm guessing they weren't exactly for Warriors of Light, but I also appreciate that the outfit basically drops in World of Darkness, right? Somewhere in Crystal Tower, but I think specifically World of Darkness, you can get this. I think that's the thing. That's the outfit.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
And I also get very similar complaints when I spread the taint.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
We had a flood of light, we had a flood of darkness. Because of all their corruption.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. Now
that was gross timing. The world is ending. How is this funny to you, Phantom? You're a terrible person. Rending the very walls of reality.
And there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through.
I too am always very happy when I come upon a crack.
And find my world changed beyond recognition. Into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a void scent in full.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I
suppose
hadn't thought
I
of that.
Consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
No, I like that line. Oh.
A lost world, you say?
Oh.
I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
What are you getting at?
Can we save and restore the 13th? Because, like, strictly speaking, we're saving the first as well. Like, we have undone some of the empty. So can we undo some of the void? And, like, you know.
To explain requires that we initiate you into the truth of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
Great meta joke there, Stola. That indeed. If you want to know the entire story of the source and its reflections, you have to play through endless hours of MSQ, all of which is important and interconnects and, you know, culminates in Endwalker. Ah, good lord. So you play ARR, and luckily for you, the post-patches of ARR have been trimmed down a lot. And these days you can play through a lot of it on your own with duty support. And then you get to Heavensport, which is excellent and award-winning. And you can play it in the free trial up to level 60 with unlimited playtime. And afterwards, and that's where you meet the Warriors of Darkness, which ironically have nothing to do with the 13th, but rather with the 1st. But that will come up later. And then you go to...
Unlike the worlds that have been rejoined, mine still...
has a chance. Yes, and apparently Ishtola was way faster at recapping the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV than I was. I was trying to hurry. I skipped Horchevent in it entirely.
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction.
Ah, isn't it nice? that the entirety of Shadowbringers, or I suppose the end of Shadowbringers, comes back and plays a role and is relevant information for whatever happens in the next expansion. They keep doing that. And we let them get away with it. Unbelievable.
After which, some intrepid young souls succeeded in restoring life back to lands thought lost to light.
And there is the reference to the Eden raid series, and I wonder if you do not get this line if you've not done it.
Which gives me cause to hope the day may yet come when life springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Exactly. I mean, we are usually more qualified than anyone else to speak on most matters. Because we are important. I am the Warrior of Light. Very, very important.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to...
Man, you really are a bit slow, aren't you, Zero?
But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more.
Ah, get it? This side of the table is overly pessimistic and doubtful, and the left side of the table is hopeful and thinks that, you know, the stuff on the first has relevance to the 13th.
But we Scions, former Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of not leaving well enough alone.
Oh, okay, you're not entirely pessimistic, sorry. Should let you finish speaking.
And old habits die hard, don't they, my friend?
Oh, Estinian. Oh, you. Don't look at me so. No, please continue looking at me so. I'm gonna stay here while you look at me so. Look harder. Yes. Look. Sorry, what? Old habits, indeed. Yay. I'm the Warrior of Light. I can do anything.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and free Ashdaya. There is no reason not to try.
Do as you will. I have no desire to save that world.
No. But couldn't we restore you as well into a real person instead of a half void saint? Although that's kind of who you are or what you are, and we kind of, you know, we gotta accept what we are.
Be that as it may, we will have need of your power when next we face Void Sent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price.
Don't worry, we have lots and lots of apples.
And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more. A lot more.
All right, we'll rustle up some pears as well. Hey, she's in on the joke, grabbing the apple.
I will consider this a deposit.
She does have a sense of humor. Oh, she may not be aware of it. Weird pizza. That pizza did look weird. That salad looks weird. All the food looks weird. 6.0 food looked much better, I think. Ah, we have a green tick quest in front of us. And you know what that means? There shall be a meanwhile. At least I'm guessing there will be one. What is sad music? Although I like this song. Although it plays a lot in the MSQ. Though our time in the Void was short, we managed to ascertain that my sister yet lives, and it cannot be overstated how fortunate we are to have met Zero. But the greater blessing is nevertheless you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. I'm here forever and ever, because I'm the Warrior of Light. I am important, I am a blessing to be around with, and you're all very welcome. You're very welcome to allow all of you in my presence. For your encouragement to embark upon my search in you and your help in overcoming the challenges thus far. Squiggly, squiggly, squiggly. What the fuck is this? No, wait, what? What is going on? Was it an Easter egg or is it a hint at something? What? What was that? Ahem. Golbez and his minions will seek to stymie our efforts. Of this we can be sure. Yes, but did you see the eye monster squiggle away through? Because, like, the Voidsend portal isn't here. That's down in Alzadal's legacy. So, why was there a squiggly monster? But with you all at my side, I have confidence that we will succeed, that we will find and liberate my sister, and that we shall return home together. Yes, we will find your sister and somehow squeeze her through the portal at the end. I do not desire any of your food. I'll take the money. Thank you very much. Meanwhile elsewhere. Oh, we have evolved from pure meanwhiles to meanwhile elsewhere. All the time. Apologies, I have not played Final Fantasy IV since we last spoke. Golbez.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
First Scarmiglione and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them. This voice actor has no idea what he's doing. Oh boy. I have way too much. If there's my main takeaway from 6.2 is there's so much Italian in there when you were looking for it.
'Twas no lie. They conspire with a memorial.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here.
Yes, everything's proceeding exactly as you have foreseen.
The war looms nigh. We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
I think I found my newest sound redeem. Him growling in the slightly echoey helmet voice. The war looms nigh. That was very good.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them.
Is your plan to burn us? I have a feeling your plan is to burn us.
In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation.
Ah, it's a Cagnazzo as well, ah. What's your name, Prosciutto?
Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play along.
Good voice.
As much as I dislike following your lead, I have no patience for scheming.
Scheming.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
1250?
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
I told you there'd be flames involved. I had a hunch.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow. Ha ha! Some excitement for a change.
You have a nice place, though. I hope we can walk around here in the future. Will we fight you in 6.5? Or earlier than that? Or at all?
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps.
Who are you talking to? Uh-oh.
The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, And so, you must fall.
Surely that's Elidibus. And you killed Elidibus. Except you can't kill an Ascian just by hitting him in the head with a sword. Right?
What irony that the blessed damned should set us free.
The blessed damned? You mean the Memoriates? What?
As I swore so long ago.
Was that it?
The gate lies open. At long last, my ambition shall be fulfilled.
Oh no. Have we thrown wide the gates? Is he coming to the source? Oh no. Did we open a way for him to get to the source because we brought Zero over? Even realms long lost to dark may find in memory rebirth's spark. Nice.